Thank you for the opportunity to speak here today. My name is Sharon Levy. I'm a developmental behavioral pediatrician and the director of the Adolescent Substance Abuse Program at Children's Hospital Boston since the program's inception in the year 2000. I'm a supporter of the alcohol tax because the data are very clear. Price is one of the best ways to limit adolescents' access to alcohol. That is, adolescents drink less when alcohol costs more. As a pediatrician who's dedicated my career to helping adolescents with alcohol and drug problems, I all too often hear of the terrible consequences associated with underage drinking. Through advances in science, we now know that the human brain continues to develop well into the third decade of life, and the area of the brain that regulates impulse control, known as the frontal lobe, develops last. Adolescence is a biologically vulnerable period during which heavy drinking disproportionately impairs memory and judgment while sparing gross motor function. This means that compared to adults, teens are more likely to remain awake, wander about, to drive a car, while having much greater degree of mental impairment after drinking alcohol. This is a recipe for disaster. Recent research also shows that the early onset of drinking greatly increases the risk of developing alcohol dependence or alcoholism later in life, from less than 10% risk among those who begin drinking at age 21 to almost 50% risk for those who begin drinking at age 14 or under. For those reasons, I strongly oppose any initiative to lower the cost of alcohol. While some adolescents will always find a way to get alcohol, the alcohol tax limits alcohol access and saves many young lives. We evaluate and treat hundreds of adolescents 11 to 21 years old in the Adolescent Substance Abuse Program each year, the large majority of whom have problems related to alcohol use, often in combination with other drug problems. We know that we're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. Nationwide, more than 90% of adolescents who need treatment for a substance use disorder do not get it. Many of the young people who present for an evaluation in ASAP have already developed alcohol addiction. Many families rely on the services provided by the state so that they can get the treatment they need for their children, and these services already have far too limited a capacity. Losing funding through repeal of the alcohol tax would inevitably worsen the situation, leaving kids with alcohol and drug problems even fewer resources to support their treatment. With federal, state, and city budgets tight, the timing seems particularly poor for removing the source of revenue from these important programs. I appreciate the opportunity to express my deep concern about removing the alcohol tax, and I would be glad to take questions after all of the panelists have spoken. Thank you.